A very rich Seth used to live in the old Magad state. He had a lot of wealth. One day he calculated and found that whatever wealth he had, it would be enough only for his children. He started thinking that how will the money be arranged for his children's children and then for the generations to come after them. In the absence of money, their life will become very difficult. Thinking about this, I started getting very worried. But in those days Tathagat Gautam Buddha had arrived in the state of Magad. That's why someone told him that he should go to the shelter of Gautam Buddha. He will surely solve your worries. That man goes to Gautam Buddha and says, Buddha, I want to have so much wealth that my children, then their children, and then their children, in the same way the next many generations, if they keep using my money, don't run out of money. Gautam Buddha smiled and said, it will be so. But before that, you come by giving 1 day's food to the family living in the hut outside this city. That Seth was very happy to hear this and immediately reached the cottage outside the city with a bag full of food for 1 day. As soon as he went inside the hut, he saw that there was an old mother-in-law and her young daughter-in-law inside the hut. The old woman was sitting and meditating, and her daughter-in-law was cooking in the kitchen. Seth, looking at the daughter-in-law and moving forward the bag of food items, said, I am a rich Seth of this city and have brought 1 day's food ration for your family. Keep this. Hearing this, the daughter-in-law refused and said, but we have arrangements for today's food. Seth said, then this will make arrangements for tomorrow's dinner. The woman said, sorry, but we don't even store for the next day. We make arrangements for daily food. Hearing this, Seth thought, there are these people who do not even collect for their tomorrow. And I am the one who is getting killed worrying about collecting money for many generations to come. Now that Seth had understood why Gautam Buddha had sent him to this cottage outside the house. The next day in the morning, that Seth again reached Gautam Buddha and said, and now I have understood what you wanted to explain to me, but will you tell me in detail what is worry or how it is born? And this has been resolved by Gautam Buddha, who said that the concern for Hokal may change our tomorrow or not, but it takes away our today's happiness. Anxiety is such a mental illness that takes away all the joy from our life and makes it dreary. There is nothing really to worry about. Worry is a feeling, a thought that arises from the fear of the future to come. Worry is simply thinking about things over which we have no control, about which we can do nothing. Gautam Buddha further said, just think deeply for once that what will happen if you do not think about those things for the whole day, in which you have no control at all, which you cannot change even if you want to. Hearing this, that person said, Buddha, do you mean to say that we should stop thinking about anything or any event? Buddha said, whatever problem has come or is going to come in life, think about it and find a solution for it. This is the religion of our intellect, but thinking about the same problem continuously again and again is a mental illness. When our mind gets stuck in any one incident, any one thought, keeps thinking about the same thing or incident all day long, keeps swimming in the same thing, then such thought takes away all the happiness, all the peace from our life. Takes away the joy. The simple meaning of worrying is to keep thinking unnecessarily about what has not happened in our life. Pointing towards Seth, Buddha said, what will you change after thinking? But yes, if you are doing something for that, then definitely you can bring some change, But if you stop thinking about that thing or incident again and again, then nothing is going to go wrong. Then why keep thinking about the same thing? Why are you destroying all your happiness and peace of life with your own hands? Most of the events that people keep worrying about in the future never happen in their lives. Worrying will not solve your future problems, but your present happiness will go away. You must realize one thing, that 1 hour full of worry tires you more than a whole day's hard work. Even when some unpleasant incident happens in real life, it does not hurt us as much as we have made ourselves sad by thinking about it in our minds. Sit asked Gautam Buddha, and if so, then according to you, what is the right way to live life? Buddha said that the past is another name for the past, sadness, and the future is another name for struggle. If we have any desire in our mind today and it is not fulfilled, then the mind starts planning for the future. One starts thinking that all the wishes will be fulfilled in the future. But life is life neither in the future nor the past. Life is the name of this moment, that is, the experience of this moment is the experience of life, and despite knowing all this, we remain ignorant of this truth. Either we are lost in the memories of the past or plans for the future. We keep making, and our life passes by only if we take down one truth inside ourselves, that neither we can change the past nor we can see the future to come. We can only welcome the future with full patience and courage, accept it. So, won't every moment of our life be filled with life just by doing this? Sita said, Buddha, you are right in saying this. But no matter how much you try, there is always a concern. If not more, then there is a concern for the family. It remains. Buddha said, it is natural to worry, but it is our job to convert that worry into contemplation. Let me remind you of something you already know. This world was there even before you came. It was society, it was family, and even when you will leave this world, all these things will remain. Your comings and goings haven't changed much. Anyway, the time before you come and after you go is not in your hands, it is in your hands. Only and only the time you are living now, the time in which I am talking to you, you are listening to me. That's all you have in your hands, and every time you have just such a small moment in your hands, then it disappears forever. So what will you do with this fruit? Will you ruin it by worrying? I would only say that every human being should think. It should be contemplated how this time can be utilized to the maximum. How can we do more and more great things? How can we share the joy among all? Keep in mind that worry takes a person to his worry, and contemplation makes his beads kundan. Seth said, Buddha, I understood your point that we should not take life too seriously and live it in the present with full energy and joy. Should try. Seth further questioned, but Buddha, if a person is surrounded by worry, then how can he come out of it? Gautam Buddha said, have you ever come out of a big tunnel? How terrible is the darkness! There is always a fear inside the tunnel. What will happen if we get trapped inside it? How to get out of the tunnel? But if you look carefully, no matter how big the tunnel is, there is always light on the other side of the tunnel, and that light does not reach. In the same way, many times in our life, we find ourselves trapped in the black tunnel of despair and anxiety from where there is no way out, and it seems that this life will end like this. But in such a situation, just like that tunnel, the light of hope that ends this despair and anxiety is found only by those who keep moving forward, who keep trying. So if ever there is a moment of sadness and anxiety in your life, don't stop, just keep trying. You will get success. Till now Seth had understood the words of Gautam Buddha. He thanked the Buddha and left. But before that, friend, let me end this video. I want to share with you 5 such practical tips using which you can reduce many worries and problems in your life to a great extent. So the first lesson is that stop taking life too seriously. What will happen if this happens? What will happen if that happens? Nothing will happen. Even if something happens, you will find one way or the other according to that situation. 450 crore years have been completed for this earth to be made in the universe, and if any person like you and me goes away worrying for 100 years, then nothing of this universe is going to get spoiled in it. That's why tell yourself every day that you don't just want to be alive, but also want to live. The second lesson is to stop worrying about every little thing, like worrying about getting stuck in traffic or losing a small amount of money. His concern will have to eat cold food today. Worrying about it, and don't know how many such useless worries we carry in our minds. Just think once and see that on the day when you will be counting your last breaths, will all these problems seem as big to you? If not as much as they are today, then on that day all these problems seem like a mountain to you. Looks smaller than a grain of sand. So stop worrying about every little thing. Third lesson, always remember that life is too short. You can die today, now, and at this very moment. We worry about everything also because we think we have a lot of time. We will live for many years. If other people die, I will be alive. That is why she has been constantly reminding herself that there is no point in worrying too much. Maybe today is my last day. Fourth thing, you should accept that no one is perfect in this world. Everyone makes mistakes, that's why learn to forgive people. Whatever God has created in this world, everything is very beautiful. If we are not able to see the good in it, it does not mean that those things are bad, but it means that we have not matured so far that we can see the good in that thing. And the fifth thing is to help people without telling them. When we help someone without doing a favor, just like that, we feel an amazing peace and relaxation from inside, which gives us strength. We'll fight and get out of any bad situation. Friends, we should develop to let go of things in our life that no matter what happens will be seen. No matter what happened, he had no control over me. Whatever happens now, I will make it better. The most important thing in life is our happiness, and we will be happy only when there is no burden of worries in our heart and mind. That's why leave worries and live happily.